I mean, just like from the heart?
Yeah.
From here?
She's your friend.
Yeah, I know. But like, you know when people have like a thing and they're like, I wanna like give it some. Anyways, okay. LaMoi has been at this for quite some time. Yeah. She actually featured here like 6 years ago, and I wasn't six to be exact. I wasn't able to be here, so it was like breaking my heart a little bit. So I'm really happy that we're able to have you back. She's been running shit in Brampton for a while now. Yeah. I don't know much about Brampton, but LaMoi runs shit there. She does the Reckless Arts Collective. She is someone who not only is creating her own written word and spoken word, but she also is, what's the word I'm looking for? She is helping and empowering new and up-and-coming emerging poets themselves to find their voice. She also is an artist of all facets and probably my favorite person to follow on Facebook, if I may be honest. Sparks the most interesting conversations, like being a fly on the wall of that comment thread all the time. Amazing, right? Yeah, that's just facts. Pretty much if Facebook died, I would mostly miss this. So please give a warm, rousing applause for LaMoi!
LaMoi!
What's up?
Hi.
How are you guys?
Okay.
Thank you. Whoever that was, thank you. Okay, yeah, I'm excited to be back. I was here 6 years ago.
Wow.
And I've been doing a spoken word for about 10 years. Wow. Right. So this season has been really rough. Mercury's is in retrograde now, kicking my ass.
I'm sorry.
Oh God. So I'm in my feels. I'm in a lot of feels. So I kind of want us all to be in feels as well. If I'm in feels, we need to be feels as well. So I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna request that after each poem that I do, if we can collectively take an inhale and release an exhale. And as you exhale, if you can just say the feeling that the poem stirred up in you, and just fill this room with just feelings.
Yeah, all of this.
All the feelings, all the things. Okay, me too. I used to be ashamed of the loud ways my voices would fill a room. I guess that happens when what you use to state your truth in the world is equated with whether or not people will choose you. Mm-hmm. Don't laugh too loud, exuberant joy. Don't shrill too bold statements of self-affirmation. Don't rain down like volcanic lava, or warm summer rain, or cleansing shower streams, words of poetic revelation. Don't let your words of poetic revelation be too stiff, or too holding, or too marvelous even. Be smooth sometimes, and be quiet always. Don't say things like, I love you, or I need you, or I see you, or you are too less for me, or I know you can be more for you. Don't say those things too much. For to give of yourself in outside terms is seen as a sign of weakness. And there are those among us who still haven't learned that our weakness is also for our strengthening. I take up space. In a world that sees wide open mouths as threatening. Don't let your mouth be too round when you say no. Don't grin too hard or too fast when you say yes. Because respectable folk don't like a wild woman who fills rooms with her voice without their consent. Mm-hmm. If you speak without their consent, they will never choose you. Bless. That is such a relief to this voice that is tired of wallflowering in corners too dust free to have been placed there by accident. Please Tell them that I have already chosen myself. I am a proud immigrant to this country. Whoop, whoop. I am Jamaican born. Whoop, 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 so this poem is written for all of the immigrants. Oh, Canada. Yeah. Oh, Canada. You are in a time of intense difficulty, trouble, and danger. You are in crisis. We, the ones existing in these bodies, populating your namesake, we, the village, can help you if you'll only ask us. Because we know what it is to be in times of intense difficulty, trouble, and danger. We have always known crisis. We have always known what it is to exist in an imbalance of supply and demand. We have always had too many mouths to feed with food that filled small palms, popping our bones and sweating excrement and bleeding our babies into this world. We have always known what it is to bury children not yet made elders. We have always known what it is to love men that never came back from the wars, from the color of their skin, from their demons, from your hatred. We have always known what it is to create heaven in the midst of hell, carving roofs out of the sky, building beds in trees and earth. We have always known what it is to flee the earth when the earth experienced crisis. We have always known what it is to be insecure of a necessity, food insecure, clean water insecure, clothing insecure, educationally insecure, medically insecure, housing insecure. We have always known what it is to stretch what is not enough into families that felt only abundance. Even if our only currency was love, we have always been in crisis. Existing in these bodies, adversity has renamed us the strong and the free. And oh, Canada, though you never birthed us, the strong and the free ones, you've passed on the sins from your fathers. From far and wide, you have forgotten, oh Canada, to ask God to keep this land glorious and free. We, existing in these bodies that have always known crisis, we have been a home for so long. You have mistaken our bones for structures that need no safety of its own. But when the wind comes, oh Canada, when the rain pours down, when the heat bakes us into exhaustion, when the flood rise above ankles and we clutch the suns, you will soon rename patriots. When the traffic swirls around us like multicolored layers of fabric, will our children be safe enough to play beneath our skirts, Canada? When the birds have good luck on us so much that the luck runs out, will we then be privileged enough to carve a roof out of your sky? Building beds out of trees and earth, will we be safe in your true north, strong and free, oh Canada? Will you stand on guard for us? For the ones who have always known crisis, far and wide, and wider still. Canada, will you stand on guard for us? Though.
You're directing us.
Yeah, I should have, right?
I thought it was a direction.
Yeah, my bad. So this poem is like super, I have not performed it ever anywhere, so y'all getting the new. Okay, new. shaping